Welcome to the Scariest Things Podcast, your gateway to the trends and tropes of the horror genre. This is episode 171. We're going back to school with the ABCs of horror.
Now I know my ABCs.
Eric
was having difficulty with his ABCs,
Yes.
and so we said, "Okay, let's just do a quick refresher."
We're going to have to start with the alphabet. I'm Liz Williams, and I'm joined by
Mike Campbell.
And Eric Lee.
kindergartner Eric Lee. He's like Billy Madison. He's going back to school.
Architects are awesome with math. Not so great with the
Not
alphabet.
so good with letters.
I think that's the truth is I think my spelling is better than my math. So, yeah.
Don't go in Eric's buildings.
There are. I looked it up. There are, depending on how you count, there are 370 different alphabets, and there are 18 sort of modern alphabets that are still used, including things like Armenian, Bassa, Cyrillic, Frasier, Georgian, Greek,
Frasier?
Fraser, yeah, Frasier,
Like
yeah, Frasier, you know,
Niles
yeah.
and Frasier?
yeah, Niles and Frasier, Latin, Roman, Mongolian, Korean, Pollard script, Tai Dam, Tana, and Tafinga. No, Tafinag. Tafinag.
You're making things up. What is that?
I'm
What is that?
I'm not making these up. There's 18 alphabets that are currently used in the world, but we are talking the Latin Roman alphabet.
So-
with Arabic script.
With Arabic
Yes.
script. 26. We get 26. No more.
And-
no
Not 24 like I had said before.
Yeah, I know.
Which I think is an accounting of
26.
Eric's bad math, architect math. I just need to be within 10% range. I think 2 out of 26 ain't bad.
That's right.
It's like that's the margin of error.
So for this episode,
26 ain't bad.
I only picked within the alphabet, so A, B, C, D, E, F, G, etc., etc. I only picked films that I have seen since we started the podcast.
Oh, okay. Well,
So they could be older films, but they're only films that I've only seen in the last
all right.
5 years since we've been doing
Okay.
this gig.
Liz, how did you approach this?
I did not have a method other than that they had to start with the letter of the alphabet.
So I'm getting for my list. I'm going to get greedy. I am going to try and go alliterative with mine and see how many of the words in the title can I get with that letter in it.
My.
Oh, wow.
Some of it gets hard.
Oh, my
but
gosh.
Of course it does. I guess I took the easy way out. And I don't even think, I was listening to some other podcast and they were talking about their favorite movies of last year. And they said, okay, we're going to list them in alphabetical order. And that's why I was like, hey.
Oh,
wait
there
a
you go.
minute.
There you go.
We
There you
can
go.
pick ours. And then I was thinking of that movie, The ABCs of Death, where
Yeah.
everybody
Oh, right. Yeah.
had
Perfect.
the little short film. But I do not have that on here.
Which I would say
I have
about
my favorites. Mine are my favorites of the things with the letters.
Okay. I would say the ABCs of Death is about, I would say 40% really solid. The rest of it,
I'd agree. That
Yeah.
might even be a little bit high.
that might be high.
Yeah.
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 The other thing was, per Eric's direction, no preposition. So I didn't do a
Yeah.
haunting of or the or of. No. I took out all the prepositions that had to literally start with the letter A, the letter B, or in the case
Yes.
of a recent episode of What We Do in the Shadows, the Gay Pride episode, which I highly recommend folks watch, when Sean, the next door neighbor, says the LGBTQLMNOP, which I did a spit take because that whole episode is cram-packed with goodness, up to including a very funny alphabet reference.
Nice.
Yeah, it is pretty funny. It is pretty funny.
So this is going to be done kind of like a speed round.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yep.
So we'll just go round and around, and we'll just say what the letter that we're starting with.
Yep.
And see if we have any collisions. I think it'll be very interesting because I think there's some of these where all of a sudden you get down to There's not a whole lot of things that start with Q.
Q, P, X, Y, and Z.
Yep.
Yeah. I think we're probably all going to have the same one for Q. That's going to be my guess.
Okay. Well, we'll see. We'll see.
Yep.
We'll see.
Oh, no, I think I really stretched on that one.
Happens.
I think I stretched on that one.
In fact, it starts with a K and not a Q.
I have a stretch as an option that starts with a V.
Okay.
We'll get there.
So, Liz, since this was your idea, we'll give the mayor the first
letter A.
The first pick. Go Liz, Mike, Eric.
All right. We are starting, obviously, with letter A. And I'm going to give you two. One is on my top 25 list, Audition.
Oh,
and the second one is a more recent favorite that I hope it made it to our top 100, but I am not sure that it did, and that is A Dark Song. It is called A Dark Song.
Oh,
you just say Dark Song, so I'm
I love A Dark Song. I don't know that it made our top 100.
It did not.
But in 4 years from now, it might.
It did not.
Because it is still, I think it's quickly becoming recognized as one of the best, if not the best, horror seance movies out there.
Yeah, for sure.
Audition made our list. All right.
Yes.
I am talking about a film that I had not seen until 2 weeks ago. This is with Natalie Portman and Jennifer Jason Leigh, directed by Alex Garland. This is Annihilation.
Oh, you finally saw it.
Annihilation from 2018, and I loved it.
It is super
loved
thinky.
it. Loved
really
it. Loved it.
It's like,
loved it. Loved it. Loved it. So good. Annihilation 2018. Eric.
Okay, so this is the start of my alliteration pattern. Okay. I have An American Werewolf in London. Double A.
Oh, and American. Okay, I suppose we can go with that. Because American Werewolf, yeah.
So
okay.
So
1980.
I have a preposition. Yes. Yeah. John Landis.
Yep. All right.
Okay. All right. I'm giving you two again because I'm always going to give you.
So this is Liz's trick is
list,
doubles everything.
If we got 25 on my list, I want to give you one that's not on my list. So B, Blair Witch Project. Mm-hmm. And also, that's on my list, Behind the Mask, The Rise of Leslie Vernon.
Good call.
One of my all-time favorite horror comedies.
Okay.
This was a film that I saw after Malignant came out 2 years ago, and I went and saw 1982's Basket Case.
Oh, yeah.
And I determined that, Malignant was a total ripoff of 1982's Basket Case. Yeah. And it's true.
Yeah. Although I think the thing with Malignant is you didn't see the Basket Case coming until about 2/3 of the way through. And it's like, whoa.
Yeah.
But Basket Case was upfront about its basket casiness.
Oh, yeah. 100%. 100%.
So my B is Bay of Blood.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
That's a great one.
That is the predecessor to Friday the 13th in many ways.
Yeah. Mario Bava.
Another B.
Another B. Bava. Yeah. Bava for Bay. Bava for Blood.
Yes. B is for Bay of Blood and Bava.
All right. C. I'm giving you only one here because I am the only person that had this on their top 25 list, and this is Cabin Fever.
Oh.
My first Eli Roth and favorite Eli Roth. Cabin Fever. Not the remake, people.
All right, this is a 2021 film that actually made my top of or best of the year list. This is a soft C, directed by Piano Bailey Bond. This is Censor. And this is a great. I love this film because it plays homage to the video nasties in the UK of the 1980s, and it has a whole video nasty grindhouse sleazy days of yesteryear feel to it. Good film. Censor. Yes, with a C.
Okay, it's a different use.
It's a soft
censoring,
soft
not the censor on like a security.
Exactly. Yep.
Okay. For my C, and I'm being able to maintain my alliteration here. Mm-hmm. Cabinet of Dr. Caligari.
There you go.
Nice.
There you go. Right. Which one?
The 1918 one.
Yeah.
It's like there's one that's called Dr. Caligari.
Right.
Which is like kind of a gonzo.
Yeah. I didn't know if you were going with that one.
No. No. This is the Cabinet of Dr. Caligari.
Okay. Classic.
Yep.
All right. D. I'm going to give you 3. This is a speed round. The Descent, obviously. It's on my list. Don't Breathe, A little more thriller than horror. Mm-hmm. And then The Devil's Candy, a recent favorite that I think needs to be seen more.
I don't know if that made our top 500 Devil's Candy. But
Devil's Candy?
Not.
Don't Breathe, I think, made the top.
Don't Breathe is definitely.
Don't Breathe did, but not Devil's Candy, I don't think. We talked about that briefly at the end of Heavy Metal and Horror, because that is heavy metal
soundtrack
adjacent, because he soundtrack and him and his daughter are super into metal.
Right.
Great movie.
I don't remember when we talked about this, but this is a 1955 film that I had not seen, and this is A Diabolique.
Oh yeah.
We talked about it in a recent episode, and I can't remember why I had to watch it, whether it was kids in horror or school in horror. Or,
yes, it was the kid. It
wasn't kids, because kids was an early episode. But anyway, it was a great film.
Was it Back to School?
Could be Back to School, because this does involve a sadistic boarding school headmistress and a plot to kill headmaster, sadistic boarding school headmaster, not headmistress, and a plot to kill him. But I can't remember when we talked about it. But it is a great film, and man, Rotten Tomatoes has this high up on the list as a 9.6 out of 10.
Okay.
It's a classic. Yeah, 1955.
So I could go three ways here.
Uh-oh.
Dawn of them. Do them all. Do whatever you want. Yeah.
Dawn of the Dead.
Yeah.
Diary of the Dead.
Yep.
Day of the Dead.
Yep.
Dead.
Dead.
Lots of dead.
Of the dead. Yeah.
Yep.
D is for dead.
Yes, that's true. All right. E. I got a tie, both on my list. Exorcist 3.
Yeah.
And Event Horizon.
Stick in the eye to Mike and Eric.
Both which made the top 100 list. All right, I am talking about a film I saw literally 2 weeks ago, and I had to get it on a standard DVD. I couldn't even get a 4K copy or a Blu-ray copy, and I was not willing to give Amazon and those money grubbers over at Apple my money, so I trucked up onto Movie Madness, but they were completely sold out, save for a standard DVD copy, and I watched Evil Dead Rise from 2023.
Good man.
And I loved it. Yep. I loved it. Lee Cronin definitely knows what he's doing. He did a film a couple years ago called Hole in the Ground, which I really liked. I reviewed it for the website, but I really liked Evil Dead Rise, and I'm curious to see where they go with the franchise. I thought the first probably 10 minutes of Evil Dead Rise were some of the best pieces of horror I've seen in years.
I love the family dynamic of Evil Dead Rise.
Yep.
I think that was just
good stuff.
And Alyssa Sutherland was awesome in that movie.
Yeah. She's weird.
So she's kind of and that was a case where her beauty and her features that make her beautiful also make her freaky.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Her eyes and her long limbs.
Yeah.
So continuing on, I'm maintaining my alliteration. I have Evil Eye from 2022. There's actually been two Evil Eyes that have come out. There's one that came out last year, and there's one that came out 3 years ago. And actually, this is the one I should probably preface. This is the one that I have seen. Is the one that is an Indian American one about a woman whose husband seems to be a representation of a dead paramour for her mother, and her mother is seriously suspicious of this guy because he's got all this background. It's like, he's the guy. He tried to kill me when I was a young woman. So that evil eye.
It's like relatively new. It was like one of those Blumhouse horror. Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
So Evil Eye.
All right.
Okay.
On to F, and I have Funny Games. The original Michael Haneke, not Michael Haneke's remake of his own film, just so we didn't have to read the subtitles.
Yeah, that's I still have not seen it. I understand it is a tough watch.
Oh, you've never seen Funny Games?
I have not seen.
Oh man, it's brutal.
But it's super worth it.
Brutal. Brutal. All right. I am talking about a film that I definitely watched for back to school horror. This is a film that I hadn't seen when it came out in 1998, featuring Jon Stewart. Yes, that Jon Stewart, political satirist, and Elijah Wood. This is 1988's The Faculty. Oh, and I guess I just realized I broke my damn rule.
You got to preface. You got the conjunction in there.
Yeah, God darn it! I thought I did so well. I broke my rule. All right. Well, we'll see if I break it again. Right. Actually, I think I do here. All right, so I didn't abide by that rule that I said I abided by.
You were so much for that watertight defense.
Hey, you made it all the way to F.
24 out of 26 ain't bad. That's what,
all right, The Faculty. Yeah, The Faculty is, if you have not seen The Faculty, I would encourage you to go see it. I stayed away from it because it just looked like a silly, junky teen film, but it is legitimately good.
It's well done.
It's a good really junky teen film.
Yes. So good, so good.
Okay, and so I am doing the 1970s kind of weirdo classic, Flesh for Frankenstein.
Ooh.
FFF.
Oh, the Andy Warhol.
Andy
Warhol's Flesh for Frankenstein.
Yeah. With Udo Kier.
Yeah. Man, that is a weird one.
Yep.
All right. G. I've got two. Both start with the same word. I've got The Green Room, or just Green Room, and Green Inferno.
Okay.
Oh, our first collision.
Okay.
I had to watch The Green Inferno because I did not see The Green Inferno in 2013 when it came out. This Eli Roth classic propelled me to investigate this film for Cannibal Horror. When we did Cannibal Horror a couple years ago, I watched Green Inferno. I reviewed it. I gave it a 4 out of 5. I could almost even go 5 out of 5. I think this is a brilliant film that is some of the goriest stuff you will ever see, and it rivals all the Italian cannibal films from the 1970s. For sure.
And it inspired Mike to go to Costa Rica to go do some cannibal jungle action. So he was not
no cannibals, just crocodiles.
But Mike partook in some cannibal activities.
Yeah.
That's quite tasty. It tastes like pig, right? Okay.
Yeah.
I get to be a big winner here because I'm going with the Gorgor Girls.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, the Gorgor, not Radley Metzger. The Gorgor Girls is, oh gosh, who directed the Gorgor Girls?
No,
not Herschel Gordon Lewis. Yeah, we'll have to get back to you on the Gorgor Girls.
I think it might be Herschel Gordon Lewis.
Okay.
Well, it's on Tubi if you would like to watch it, and it is directed by Herschel Gordon.
Okay, there you go. It is Herschel Gordon Lewis. All right. Moving on. The letter H.
Okay, we're in H, Hereditary, and Hostel.
Ooh.
Hostel 1 or 2?
On my list.
Yeah.
Both. All.
All Hostels.
1 and 2. Yeah,
okay.
all. Well, no, not all. 1 and 2, not 3.
Okay.
I need Eric's help for this film because I can't read upside down, and this is a film that features...
Katie, Vicky, Liz, Jeannie, Diane...
Oh, yeah.
Morgan and Stevie.
This is 1982's The House on Sorority Row.
Are you wearing your shirt?
Heck yeah, I am.
Sweet.
I wear it all the time. I wear it all the time with pride, and I have never had a single person stop me and go, what the hell does that reference?
Yeah, no,
You're all acting like they know.
That is a real
don't.
deep cut.
When you find that person, they're going to be your new best friend.
That's right.
So who made that shirt?
Liz made that shirt, yeah.
Well, Gwen assisted.
Yeah.
Okay.
Of course. Yeah.
Cool. So cool.
Yes.
All right.
It's a
Custom.
So I, too, am going with a house. But because I'm going alliterative, I'm going with the House on Haunted Hill.
Oh, there you go. 3.
HHH.
A 3-fer.
Good one.
Yep.
You're killing it. All right. Now we're going to I, and I am at Pascal Logier's Incident in a Ghostland.
Oh, nice.
Ooh.
Yes.
This is a film I watched. This is a 2010 film I watched for police procedurals, and it has crawled under my skin into the deepest parts of my psyche. I saw the devil. I did not see this when it came out in 2010. I don't know that I will ever see it again, but man, man, this is one of the best horror films of all time.
Yep. What year did you say? What year is that?
2010.
I was going to say, because I know Old Boy is being re-released in the theaters for its 20th anniversary. In a few weeks. I would love to see this get maybe a 15-year. In a few years.
Cool.
They did a big thing
or something because it's so freaking good.
So good.
The same actor from Old Boy shows up in I Saw the Devil as they had, I think, at BiFan, they had a big celebration of all of his movies.
Oh,
I'm trying to remember the actor's name.
Train to Busan also.
Yep.
Yeah, he's fantastic.
Yep.
I would love to see that one get some more, 4K or anniversary love.
So for my eye, my alliteration falls apart, but I'm going to go with assonance, which is "it's alive." Which there's an I and alive, and it sounds like it's a very pronounced I, but "it's" definitely counts. So I'm going with "it's alive."
It sure does. Nice.
Larry
Cohen.
Larry Cohen. I was going to say Larry Clark.
Yeah,
Larry Cohen.
Demon Baby.
Yep.
666. Okay. Jay, Ju-on, The Grudge.
Okay.
Oh, good one.
All iterations of Ju-on, including that new series that came out on Netflix a year or two ago, which is the origins of Ju-on.
The grudgiest.
Quality stuff. Yeah, the grudgiest. Ju-on, the grudgiest.
Grudge and grudge again.
Yeah.
Keep
on grudging.
Keep on grudging.
We've thrown Mike off here.
I know,
Yes.
way off. Keep on grudging. Yeah, I will remember that. This is a film that I think I watched for back to school horror. This is directed by Karen Kusama. This is 2009's Jennifer's Body, and again, much like The Faculty, I stayed away from it because it looked like a junky teen
much
horror
better than
film.
you would expect it to be. Megan Fox is good.
Much like The Faculty, it is much better than you would expect it to be. It is really, really good. Yeah, Jennifer's Body.
Yep. I am going with a movie that I could have included on our recently just recorded vacation horror, and this is Jerusalem.
Oh, yeah.
Which I talked about for religious horror.
That's right.
But
That's right.
It's the apocalypse comes through
I still haven't seen
the Holy
this.
Land.
I still haven't seen it. It's
I haven't
on my
seen it either.
to-be list.
But that falls into what Mike was just talking about with Jennifer's Body and the Faculty.
Yeah.
And it's this looks like hot garbage, kind of like a for the masses
It's got
thing.
a Z in it.
Yeah. No,
Jerusalem.
it's which seems like it's kind of a dumb name, but I really enjoyed it. It was solid shaky cam actually.
Yep. All
right. We are on to K. Kill List.
Oh, that is
movie
our
starts with a K.
second clash of
all
the
right.
evening. 2011 Kill List, directed by Ben Wheatley. I had not heard of or seen this film until I met Liz Williams, and she said, "You have to see Kill List," and I said, "I don't know what that is. I have never heard of it. Never come across my radar," and I saw it, and it is truly great. Truly great.
Yes.
One of the greats.
Yep. And I saw that after Mike had been told also by Matt Howell that he said scarier than Hereditary, and I went, all right, we'll see that.
It's it's Hereditary. You're gonna like this.
It's really good. It's very intense.
Yep.
I have Killer Clowns from Outer Space.
There you go.
And they spell clowns with a K.
That's right.
Yes, that's true.
KK.
That's true.
Fortunately, I didn't have to go KKK because that would have been awkward.
That's not tied.
It's a different kind of horror.
That's legit scary.
It's legit scary. All right. I think everybody knows what I'm picking for L, and it's Lost Boys.
Happy birthday, Lost Boys! A couple weeks late.
Yes.
This is a film, again, hadn't seen it until I started the podcast. This is Lat den Rata Koma In from 2008, or Let the Right One In.
There you go. Nice Swedish there.
Swedish? Yeah.
Man, yeah, talk about, what a vampire movie. If you dislike vampires like I do, this is the one to bring you into the world of vampires because it is one hell of a movie. Oscar
and Ely, two of the most charismatic children performers in a horror movie that you could possibly run into. And a sweet, I mean, that swimming pool sequence is one of the great sequences in horror.
So
but that relationship is really, it's a cool relationship between them.
Oh my gosh, yep.
I'm going to put in a little tidbit here. if you are local and in New Orleans, Le Petit Theater, where we have seen Hereditary and The Lodge and things from the Overlook, is putting on a stage version of Let the Right One In.
What the hell?
Yeah.
Yes,
Oh
I
my
already have
God.
my tickets. So if you are local or in the Gulf Coast area, get tickets. Come on down.
Too
see it.
cool.
Support
Tom Carter,
actual
come on
theater.
down.
Yeah,
so
heck
I'm
yeah.
excited. So should be cool. We'll see how they do a swimming pool scene on stage.
And then they just sort of like drop heads and feet from
Yeah, maybe
from the rafters.
The sky. We'll see. So,
Oh, I'm moving
all right.
a little fast.
Yep.
So I for my L, Last House on the Left.
Which one?
Nice.
The first one.
The first one.
Yeah.
Okay, not the remake.
No, it's. I think the remake is more. It's better crafted, but it doesn't have the punch you in the nuts impact of.
Yeah.
It is not a. It is a problem. It's a problematic movie.
Yeah.
It's very rapey.
Yeah.
It's about as rapey as you get.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Moving on to M, and it's Martyrs.
Of course.
Oh.
Has
Yeah.
to be.
Has to be.
This is a film that I reviewed for the website last year, 2022. This is Moloch, which I think is I think it's a Shudder original. It's definitely on Shudder. I don't know that you can watch it anywhere else. It's a pretty darn interesting film that is all set in the Netherlands.
You didn't go
In
with
the
the Munsters, huh?
I did not go with the Munsters. Yeah, I still have. Well, it would have broken my the rule, but
Yeah,
yeah,
it's
I still I have taken I think 3 runs at the Munsters. I still haven't made it through.
Yeah.
That's-
no
that's-
reason. Just like you might as well stop
That's
there.
just too many runs.
Like
Yeah.
like Poo, Blood, and Honey. You only need to see 15 minutes, then you go, this is hot garbage, and just
that's
call
what
and
I
turn it
did.
off.
I did.
Okay, so I get a triple word score here. Man-made monster.
Ooh, what year is Man-Made?
1950 something. I
Okay,
think.
Man-Made Monster.
Yeah.
Love it.
Man-made monster.
I don't know that
You
I've
are
seen Man-Made
killing it.
Monster either.
I haven't either, but it's
I haven't
but
either.
it's that wasn't part of my criteria.
Okay, there you go.
All right, moving on to N. I have Bill Paxton. We miss you. Near Dark.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Catherine Bigelow. Come back to
Yep,
horror.
Catherine Bigelow. Seriously.
Another 2022 film that Liz did not like that I liked a whole awful bunch and landed on my top 10 of the year. This is Jordan Peele's Nope.
Short and sweet. Nope.
Short and
Yep.
sweet. Nope.
I'm stretching it a little bit from my end. This is New Nightmare. Specifically, Wes
Oh,
Craven's
that's good.
New
Yeah.
Nightmare.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, that works.
Because
All right,
it's like,
let's see. We may have a collision here because I've got for O, One Cut of the Dead.
Oh,
One of
Oh.
my most
Yeah.
recent favorite horror
Yep.
movies.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
This is a film that Tom Carter said is the greatest movie ever from 2017. One Cut of the Dead.
it's a triple one cut
Triple
of
collision?
the dead. Yeah,
Yes.
because I've got 2 O's in it, so I had to take it.
Oh, okay. One Cut of the Dead.
Thinking any other O's that I've got? Or the Orphanage. That's a good O that we like.
Oculus,
Yeah, the Orphanage.
which we
Oculus.
don't like.
like
Orphanage.
Ouija.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Origin of Evil. You
Yeah,
could
there's-
have done that one.
Yep.
And then there's
Oh,
Ouija 2.
yeah. Oh my God, Ouija Origin of Evil. I could have triple word scored that one. I'm taking that one instead.
Yep.
Yeah, it's interesting because we saw One Cut of the Dead in what 2020? No, 2019.
19. Yeah, 2020 was the pandemic year.
Yeah, that's right. 2019, and it came out in 2017. That was a weird.
Yeah,
but
it
then
was
it
still
only
going to
came to. And then I
festivals.
think it only came to like Shudder last year in 2022.
Yeah, like I think it was 2021
okay.
that it came to Shudder, but you're right. It was on a festival circuit for a long time, and I will never get over being in Fabric instead of One Cut of the
Yeah, because I think Mike and
If I knew then what I know now. Oh, goodness. All right.
P.
Moving on to the letter P. And the greatest horror movie of all time that starts with a P is Poltergeist.
Oh
Okay.
yeah. This is a film I watched for I can't remember if I'm pretty sure it was technology horror. It could have been J horror. This is 2001's Pulse.
Oh yeah, yeah,
I can't remember which it was. It was one of those two though. Pulse.
yeah.
Yeah. Fits in both.
I have a cheeky zombie movie from the early 70s that we talked about with Jackie and Marissa. This is people shouldn't play with dead things.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Okay, this is the one Liz, you thought for sure we were going to clash over.
It's hard
Q.
to, yeah.
Like,
we'll see,
do we all have quarantine?
No.
Oh, well, I do. Quarantine.
I have quarantine 3. No, I'm kidding. I'm
Eric,
kidding.
you have quarantine too? Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. We each get a quarantine.
Yes.
The shelter at home.
This is a film courtesy of the Portland Horror Film Festival. Actually, technically, I guess this would be courtesy of the H.P. Lovecraft Film Festival. I had never seen. I got to see it in a drive-in movie setting in the Dalles, Oregon.
Mike and I, that was so fun.
1967's The Quatermass. Quatermass and the Pit.
Yeah. Weird movie.
Yeah.
Yes.
Super weird movie.
Yep. I have I'm my second Larry Cohen movie. Q, The Winged Serpent.
Ah, there you go.
Good
Yeah.
All right. On to the letter R. And I have cannibal horror movie, Ravenous.
Ooh.
Oh, love me some
Fun.
Ravenous. Yeah.
Yep.
Love Ravenous.
This is also a 2022 movie that we all saw. This is 2022's Resurrection with Rebecca Hall and Tim Roth, which still kind of freaks me out.
It is a little weird
for a variety of reasons.
Yeah, it is. It's a bizarre movie.
It is
sure is.
I am going with I know it might be on the Video Nasties list, but it is certainly of the VHS era. This is Rawhead Rex.
Oh, yeah.
And
I've never seen that, but I know exactly what the VHS box looks like.
Yeah, it's like it's a demon.
Yep.
And this is it's a Clive Barker written movie.
Right.
Is it?
Yeah. It's not great.
Yeah.
But it is at the time it was one of those really gory kind of forbidden fruit movies when I was in high school. It was like
for sure.
Rawhead Rex.
Yeah. And it has a VHS box that will just jump off the shelf at you.
I did not know it was Clive Barker though. That makes me think it's better than I just assumed it would be.
Yeah,
it looked like garbage.
It's a little bit better than hot garbage.
A little bit better. Yeah. It's cool garbage.
Yeah.
All right. On to the letter S. And I'm giving you 3 because they are all on my top 25.
Okay, I have a feeling we'll have a collision then.
Silence of the Lambs, Strangers, and Saint Maud.
Oh, no collision. Yeah.
All right. This sticking with the year 2022 and following with Eric's alliteration, this is a Joko Anwar film, which, man, I loved. Totally made my top 10 of 2022. This is Satan's Slaves.
Oh, man. I should have gotten that one.
Communion.
Well, there's Satan's Slaves 2.
Yeah, this is number 2. This is Satan's Slaves 2.
That is 2? Okay.
Communion.
You can pick number 1.
So, and the third one I think is supposed to be coming out. I'm not sure if it's coming out this year or next year, but yeah, I cannot wait for the third one.
I have The Sixth Sense. So, I almost went with which is a...
Which I reviewed for the website last year, believe it or not, from 1976.
Yep. Yeah, that would have been all the S's that you possibly want in one word.
Yep.
Okay, we're moving on to T. I have Tucker and Dale versus Evil. And I'm going to throw a little caveat for, if you haven't seen it yet, Talk to Me is now in theaters, people. It is going to be on the top 100 next time we cast that. It's so good.
Yes. So. Universally applauded. It is a really, really good movie.
Yep.
Speaking of a film that is universally maybe not applauded, but revered, this is the 2022 American slasher film written, directed, edited, and produced by Damien Leone. This is Terrifier 2.
Yes.
If folks are squeamish about Terrifier, I do recommend you skip over the first Terrifier from 2016 and move straight to Terrifier 2.
If you're squeamish, don't go there.
Don't go there. But stay away from the first Terrifier. It's not that good. Terrifier 2 is actually legit good.
Yeah, but you need a strong
thing I've ever
you need a strong stomach
for sure,
and it's both gory and cruel.
Oh, sure.
Yes.
Yes.
I am going with a favorite of ours. This is Trick or Treat.
Oh,
Yes.
Yeah.
Trick or Treat.
So
this
for
is
the
the
Spirit
year
Halloween
I'm
movie.
getting my Sam door thing, like what
heck
do you call
yeah.
it?
Yeah.
They hold candy by the door. I don't have candy. I'm not putting it by the door. It's not going to be outside. It's just
So
gonna live in
Liz
my
is gonna
house
put a
and,
bear
I don't know,
trap
hold
out front.
something else.
I am still.
I didn't turn off the light, and we don't get trick or treaters.
I know I've said this before. I'm still so shocked that they haven't gone back to Trick or Treat 2, Trick or Treat 3, Trick or Treat 4.
It was such a layup to do that.
It's such a layup, and they haven't done it. I'm shocked that they haven't done it, but they haven't.
Agreed.
Whatever.
All right, I have got Uzumaki, the Japanese horror movie about spirals.
in the most bizarre way. Yeah.
Bizarre spirals.
Yes. My U is Us from 2019. More Jordan Peele.
Sticking with movies that Mike has seen.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Post podcast.
Yep. I was unable to find there's a U word to find the alliteration, so I'm going with the Lovecraftian film The Unnameable.
Oh, okay. What year was
Unfriended
Unnameable?
Like 93, something like that.
Okay.
What's that?
I'm throwing in Unfriended then also because I thought someone would pick that. I like the first one.
Unfriended?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Talked about on social media. All right, VHS. All of them. I love them. They're all hit or miss, but they're anthologies, so it's okay. But boy, I love that franchise.
Yeah, and the great thing about anthologies like that is if you don't like that clip, you might really like the next one.
There's a new one coming out this year.
Yep.
85? No.
Yeah. It's at 84, 85? Yeah.
84 or 85.
Yeah.
VHS. I'm going to do a film from 2020, which I really liked a lot. It's a horror gateway film for sure, starring Chris Redd, formerly of Saturday Night Live, and Method Man of the Wu-Tang Clan. This is Vampires versus the Bronx.
Oh, yeah.
This was a Netflix original. Normally the Netflix stuff is kind of garbage. This was actually kind of fun, and it is a great gateway film.
Yeah, I saw this.
And it presents vampires in a palatable way.
Yeah, Mike, the anti-vampire guy. I saw Vampires versus the Bronx at Liz's house while she was out doing her morning exercises, and I was like, she goes, "Yeah, you can just I'll leave Netflix on." I was like, "Oh, there you go, Vampires in the Bronx."
Vampires in the Bronx. That's what I'm feeling.
So I'm making a trip to Sleazy Town, and with Vampire Vixens from Venus.
Ooh.
Triple V's.
Nice job.
Yeah.
Vampire Vixen. What year is that?
I'm not sure.
And that's a Tubi original.
If it's real, then
I think this is.
Robert wrote and reviewed for
it shows up on IMDb. I think it's softcore porn.
Oh, you haven't seen it though.
I have not seen it. No,
Okay,
but it's Triple V, so I had to go with it.
Vampire Vixens
Triple
from
X
Venus.
is more
from Venus.
like
All right,
Yeah,
you're getting it.
But I think it looks like it's one of those straight to video films that's.
You could
It's
probably see it on
cheeky. It's like
Skinamax.
Yes.
All right, I'm getting you
it's one of
I'm
those kinds of things.
finding a DVD copy for you.
Excellent.
Oh, no. All right. Now we're on to W, and I picked The Witch.
As opposed to double V's.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
The
I'm starting with
Witch.
an actual. Yes, I'm not going old English.
Yieldy.
Witch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is a 1971 film that blends two genres, the outlaw biker film and werewolves, or the traditional horror film. This is Werewolves on Wheels, which I watched for werewolf horror.
Yeah.
And go back and listen to, I can't remember when werewolf horror was. I'm going to say it was probably 80s, 90s.
I think we did that with John Foley.
No, we did not do werewolf horror. We only just did trailer with John Foley. We did not do werewolves.
I thought we did I thought we had a guest on to do werewolves with us. Maybe it was.
I didn't do werewolves, so it was pre me. So maybe it was like Jeff or somebody.
Oh, okay.
It might have been Jeff Dean.
All right. Yeah, go back in the Wayback Machine and listen to our episode on werewolf horror.
Yeah, but
and then write us and tell us who was on it.
It was a while ago. We've been doing this. We've been doing this for many years, folks. So I couldn't resist the alliteration of werewolves on wheels.
Or what about werewolves within?
Oh yeah,
that was
okay. I'll take Werewolves Within.
Werewolves Within, and that was last year, or the
2
year
years
before.
ago.
2 years ago, yeah.
And that's what Sam Richardson.
Mm-hmm.
Sam Richardson and the girl who does all of the AT&T commercials.
Yeah.
I think shows up on. If you do any web exploration, they will show that actress because people are just infatuated with her, and it's like, see her in a bikini. It's like, oh
man. Werewolf Horror was this was episode 56. 56.
Ooh. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, Milena Vaintrub. That's the name of the actress.
Okay.
Lily from AT&T.
Now we're
and
on
Sam Richardson.
To
yeah.
Lily from AT&T. Yeah. X, and I picked X for X.
For X, I picked X. Triple X?
No,
X? Triple X?
For X for me, I went with XX.
Oh.
Yeah. I didn't love that anthology, and I know that's a bad feminist thing of me to say.
Well,
but
half of them. Well, it's like an anthology. Half of them weren't very good.
Yeah.
But I really liked the one about the starving the family that starves to death.
Right.
Oh yeah, I did like that.
That was
like the box or something.
Yeah,
it was called.
the gift or something like. Where the
kid
kid peeks in a present and sees something that he shouldn't, and then he loses his appetite and he starves to death. And then he whispers to his dad, and they all starve to death.
Yeah,
it's like the woman's greatest fear of losing your family because of something beyond your control.
Now, are we going to be seeing Maxine this year, or is it getting pushed or delayed, or do we know?
I don't know. Okay. I think it's 2024.
I think that's one that's.
I thought it was supposed to be coming out this year.
If they're smart, they'll do it next year because they'll have the playfield to themselves because it's in the can.
Yeah,
and they don't need to worry.
Hit up Sundance or South
do we know that it's in the can?
No, they were still filming because, like online, they would show pictures, of Mia Goth and stuff.
Right, but they did
filming. So
but if they don't need to do reshoots, they can get that thing. They can get. It might be kind of rough because if they had to do reshoots, that they can't do it right now. But I think they're done. I think
Sundance or South by. That's what.
Okay.
I bet you they go to
next year maybe.
But the problem is
Fantastic Fest.
But if
September.
It depends on how long the writer's strike goes on. Also, I mean, it's like I can't fathom that the writer's strike's going to go on for 6 months.
Sure.
But
it's been 100 days.
Or the actors, the SAG, because if you can't promote it, they're going to want to they're going to want to release it and then have all of the Mia Goth and everybody out there to do it.
Be able to.
All right, the internet says early 2024, so we'll see.
Yeah, all right.
We'll see what that means.
X did South by. It might be South by.
Yeah, and those festivals are going to want something.
Yeah.
And actually,
people are getting nervous.
Yeah, because I think that there's going to be a gap. There's going to be a missing chunk of movies next year.
Yep.
All right.
Agreed.
Getting down to the final two.
Final two. For why I have Your Next.
Oh.
It's on my list.
Collision.
And I love it.
I got Your Next also.
All right. I have 2018's You Might Be the Killer, which is kind of a fun, silly sort of meta exploration in the same way or the same vein as the original Scream did with horror movies. They kind of twist things around and do a meta exploration of the horror genre. 2018, You Might Be the Killer.
I think I can change things up just a little bit here. There's no alliteration here, but last year's really slow burn witch movie, You Won't Be Alone.
Oh, yeah.
Which is, if you can take a slow burn, I highly recommend it. It's very thought-provoking, and granted, you're going to need to read your subtitles because they speak in Macedonian.
Sure.
Unless you can speak Macedonian. So, you won't be alone.
Macedonian, yeah. Okay. And now we are at our final letter of the alphabet, and I am picking Zombie 2, Zombie with an I, because zombie versus shark. Can't beat that.
Yes.
Oh.
Real tiger shark.
Funny enough, Liz.
Fake zombie.
I'm not picking Zombie 2. I'm picking 1998's Lucio Fulci film Zombie 3. A film so bad that Fulci himself refused to acknowledge that he had any role in directing, even though allegedly he did. Zombie 3. This is a film that involves a terrorist body that's infected with a stolen chemical that's cremated by the U.S. military, and then the virus is unintentionally released into the atmosphere over a small island. I think the whole thing was shot in the Philippines, and boy, does it look like it. It
Trash.
it is a trashy, low-budget, silly as hell zombie film. But yeah, Zombie 3. I recently watched this again because, thanks Tubi, of all the free crap that you have on your site, Zombie 3 popped up, and I thought, I've never seen Zombie 3. I don't even know what it is.
But it wasn't so bad that you didn't do a Liz and jump ship.
No, it was so bad it was good.
Okay,
so bad it was good. Zombie 3, 1988.
Along the same lines of so bad it's good, I have Zombievers.
Oh yes,
so yeah,
yes, Zombievers is great.
Plenty of you take your pick of Zombieland. There's plenty of zombie movies out there. That start with the Z. I'm trying to pick a movie that is not a zombie movie that starts with Z. Would have been a trick.
That's right.
Yeah,
that's
seriously.
Right. All right, I have a tagline to take us out of here from 1967's Quatermass and the Pit. This is a long tagline, so stick with me. All Earth stands helpless, spawned in the depths of outer space. A monster so horrible, so vicious, so incredible. Even when you see it, you won't believe it could be Quatermass and the Pit.
God, does that fit on a poster?
I
don't even know.
Did that use every letter in the alphabet?
That's right. The quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog, the horror movie. Now I know my ABCs. Thank you, Mike.
Now I know my
Yes.
ABCs.